Hello, my name is Kyle.
I'm Waldo.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
It's Tony. And we are Pseudo Adults. Welcome to episode 207 of Pseudo Adults, a podcast where we talk about our lives, our faces, and our mouths.
And the power of Grayskull.
Yeah.
By power.
Huzzah!
That's right, everyone. It's a podcast. You can find anywhere to find podcasts. Listen to us, subscribe to us. Space Zambonie, YouTube.
Cry to us.
Cry.
You cried
YouTube
to us,
member.
Space Zambonie.
Send some tears.
That's right. And you can watch us. We're visualized.
Whoa.
That's right.
I'll help you. Don't worry.
How you guys doing? What's up?
Do it right.
I've been found, apparently, so I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, so what happens when you get found? You're just caught, and that's it.
Then I'm like, oh, shucks, I guess you found me. Again.
Matt is my favorite candy cane.
Peppermint?
I was like, yes, the rainbow kind.
So I guess it's implied, in case you're just listening to this, that yeah, you're sporting a very Waldo-esque appearance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You brought your watch up. Is your
Oh, yeah.
watch
Oh,
on the
no.
Waldo
I was just
costume?
looking at the sleeves.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Technically, Waldo has his sleeves down.
Oh.
Waldo can do whatever he wants.
He
There's
can.
so many Waldos.
Well, not when he's found, I guess.
You fooled me.
And I was like, shit, Matt is Waldo.
All I'm missing is the hat.
All I'm going to see is Matt's face when I see Waldo now.
He played Uncle Waldo in our Scooby-Doo.
Did.
You're right.
That's what I was like, it's a throwback.
Big old callback. Yeah, it's all about the nostalgia.
That's right.
Well, speaking of costumes, was something that you guys were discussing is we're it's in the late summer, so we got some. I feel like some late summer like touch bases, whatever you want to call it, which sounds like you guys are going to your Comic-Con.
Yes.
Whoa.
This is third year. Third, fourth, third. Yeah. Third year.
You know, streak like each year.
Yeah, I mean, I love the floor. I'm a collectible person, so I'm like, take me there. That's all I want to be. And also cosplaying is like, it's what I like to do. And I would like someday to like go to other cons and cosplay at other like Comic-Cons with costumes we have. It's like we're building. Like, for example, last year Tony was Cyclops, and this year you're gonna be what?
Cyclops.
Okay.
Like the X-Men 97 Cyclops.
So it's where he's like building his like regiment of like costumes for a character.
He just wants to. How many pictures do you want to be in this year?
How many pictures?
Yeah.
How many were we in last year?
5 million.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get him out.
Could be gonna be everyone's like favorite character from the favorite show. So Comic-Con.
Wasn't I also Batman last year, or was that the year before? I can't remember.
Year before.
They're all meshing together
You
now.
matched with Alex last year. Remember the second day?
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
we were Red Robin and
One
Batman.
day,
Yeah.
and then I said the next day I'm not doing it. I think it was.
Because you did Nightwing,
We did
right? You did Nightwing. Yeah.
Legend of Korra.
Oh, yeah,
We
that's
did
what we
it
did the
Sunday
second.
because Saturday we didn't have the tickets. I think last year. I
Right.
think. I'm like it all blurs.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's all kind of meshing.
Yeah.
My birthday, because Saturday we did stuff for my
In the
my
city,
birthday,
Yeah.
and then Sunday we went back to Comic-Con. That was last year.
Okay, so
This year.
we already know Tony was like, yeah, I'm gonna be Cyclops.
Yeah.
So what's your announcement?
I have two characters.
Whoa.
Two separate, different characters. So I'm gonna be the first character is the Goblin Queen from X-Men 97.
Whoa.
That's I got the exact costume from the show too.
What a couple's, you know.
I know. And then the second one is Psylocke is what I'm gonna be, which also in the comics tried to get with Cyclops. He wanted me to be Emma Frost, and I was like, but I gotta like actually feel the character if I want to dress up as the character. And I was like, I'm never like connected to that character. You know, I my goal at the end of the day, the end of whatever universe is my dream cosplay is Magic is my dream cosplay. She's literally been like, she's so cool looking. I'll look it up and show it everybody, put it on the screen.
Yeah, that'll happen.
She's so cool. She's like a demon. She can be. I'll show you.
Okay.
But we're very excited. I'm very excited for the floor. I don't go for like a lot of people go to meet people and get stuff signed. I'm not interested. I see you from afar, like I did that Sailor Moon that one time. I went, hey, and there's a whole line. I went, hey, I used to watch you all the time. She's like, oh yeah, and it was like there's a whole line. Yeah. Just like whatever, but
yeah, I feel like that's the most fun part of Comic-Con, just to see all the people that put so much time and creativity into how they appear. Everything else is great. Be like, oh yeah, these are the things being promoted, and you know, I mean, of course, like if you're there for the panels and you're really emotionally invested, those are very special as well. But yeah, you go there to see and interact with all the fans.
Yeah. When I pull up magic, it just shows me all the magic characters.
Did you just Google the word magic?
That probably doesn't help. You should probably put
Isn't it magic with a K?
I think I did.
Isn't it magic with a K?
Siegfried and
Oh,
Roy.
is it? I remember. I think so. Yeah.
But she has armor, so I would have to do something about that. And I know when
You just build armor.
EVA foam.
Ooh, yeah.
And I forget. Like when we get close to Comic-Con, I'm like, man, I should have been working on this like a year ago. That kind of thing where you could do it, but that would imply that you had time to do it. I would rather I would love to build it if I knew how to build it, but I also would love to have the money to be like, take my money, build it. Yeah, take my money, build it. You know, like now I'm ordering. Actually, no, the one costume. Apparently, a Psylocke doesn't have a normal like bathing suit costume.
Oh,
it's like straight up your butt costume. Where I'm like, all right, so I can't get around this because this is literally the only thing she wears. So I'm like, I'll have to wear something.
what if you get her to be wearing granny panties?
Isn't it all like Cammy from Street Fighter?
Yeah, it is like Cammy from Street Fighter, like exact the cut of
So you
it.
just have a lot of pictures taken of you.
Yeah, a lot.
I know. I'm prepared.
Psylocke, turn around.
Yeah.
Psylocke, turn around.
So like classic pose.
Get like skin tone granny panties and just draw like a line down the middle.
You just have to get like
Yeah.
you have to get like stockings. That's all you have to get and be like, I'm kind of covered.
Yeah.
Walking down New York City street. I would think cosplaying for a girl, the worst part is translating from where your
staying
hotel
to, like,
room, even if it's like 2 or 3 blocks. People who don't know what Comic-Con, they know what Comic-Con is, but they don't understand, are like, you know, they're like,
Cult of Con, what?
yeah, pretty much. They're like, what the hell is happening? So the first day we're not cosplaying, so we can get to the hotel, drop our stuff off. The second and so Friday and Saturday we're gonna do, which makes more sense because
Those are the busiest days.
those are the busiest days. And Thursday I'm like, I finally get a chance to like not the one last year was like this too, where I can go normal clothed, feel comfortable because it's already a ton of people. Very overstimulating for me. I'm like, I gotta step away and breathe because there's a lot of people. I love the selling floor. I have to say that. I love like independent artists. I love the collectibles. I love the shops. It's like this is my fantasy. Like all the
Final
interactive
Fantasy?
shops. All the
Oh, that's what they did.
Oh yeah, that's what last year.
Yeah, you guys were,
Yeah.
I remember it was like with the way that you guys are like.
I was Tifa.
Not that.
Yeah.
No, I was
like,
I was not. I was
Yuffie.
Luffy.
Yuffie.
Irritable monkey man. With stretchy limbs.
looking for that one piece.
Yeah.
And then when I told people what I was gonna be, I got flooded with people going, you should just do Tifa. You're built for Tifa. And I was like,
Oh my God.
I'm really, I go, is it the
giving you
boobies?
suggestions.
I go, it's the boobies, isn't it? I'm
my
confused.
God.
Like why they're like, please put on a Tifa. I was like,
Oh my God.
I really don't want to
Could you
put
be
on a
Laura
Tifa.
Croft next?
You know, people stop you at Comic-Con and they're like, what's your Instagram? And I go, like my personal Instagram? Like, because
Fans.
random people, they'll be like, you
Only
have an Instagram?
fans.
Yeah, it's only fans.
Girls who cosplay,
No one else.
girls who cosplay make Instagrams where you can buy their prints of them.
So do that.
Yeah.
Make money.
I might as well. I mean, you know how many people I get stopped with? It's too many people. So there.
God.
It's too many fucking people. I mean, it's great, but
It's the only way to shut them up, right?
Yeah.
Give them what they want.
I think the best person that ever came up to me ever was when I was in my Polaris costume.
Oh yeah.
And the guy walked up. He had a Polaris shirt, a Polaris case, Polaris background, like everything he could have. A hat that had Polaris. I go. He goes, I love Polaris. Please give me.
Oh my God.
And Polaris is kind of like this. She's a pop character, but not really. You know, where you're like, you run into a diehard fan, and you're like, what? You exist? Like I'm just, you know, compared to like Scarlet Witch and like, you know, everybody else. And that he was very nice though. He wasn't like feel you up kind of fan. They go, can I like consent?
Can I take a picture with you?
Yeah, can I
save it for later?
Pretty much.
Are you selling fruits here?
Yeah. I'll give you $50.
Yeah.
I was just running through a scenario in my head like that story, but instead you're dressed as Butterfree. And you ran into someone who's obsessed with Butterfree and he has a gigantic net. And he was like,
a
I will
bug catcher.
catch you.
Yeah. Oh my God. But they're like, oh my God, it's Mothra. I love you.
What I wouldn't kill to be Mothman at some point.
Oh my
I
God.
love
That'd be
Mothman.
awesome.
Mothman
Yeah.
is life. Mothman is love.
Mothman, that's pretty
They
sick.
took my ears.
Cool.
They took my ears. Have you ever seen that Donald Trump? They took my ears, but they
What?
never take my spirit.
Took my ears.
Oh,
no. Oh no.
Yes,
I
now
didn't
that
know.
clicked.
Yeah.
It was a
took a
Trump
while.
reference. It took my ears. I don't know why that
Wow.
like that jumped, but it's
I
fine.
haven't heard that.
Neither
But
have I.
Mothman?
But my God, what?
Yeah, no, they had like he was like they took my ears and people are folding down their animals.
Oh my
ears.
God.
They took my ears, but they can never take my spirit. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's a lot of fun going to Comic-Con. I'm very excited.
Okay.
Very excited.
Bro.
So yeah, that's it.
Or Alex, you planning to the Comic-Con this year?
No.
Okay.
Comic-Con
Yeah.
scares me.
Multiple years in a row is hard for me.
It is, and 2 kids is Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So could you imagine? I'm interested to see like when you guys do go again, because AJ's a little older now, and not sick this time.
Yep.
So it would be very interesting to see him
Like
Like-
recognize characters and stuff.
recognize
People-
characters.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. That's exciting.
I still remember when we first did it. We had the
We do.
picture of
Very
in the
little.
stroller asleep.
Yeah,
Taking
Yeah,
pictures of
he
him
was
with
so
people.
little the first time we
Yeah.
took him, where I was like, I don't know if he'll ever remember this.
No, that's why you take pictures.
yeah.
I remember when he was afraid of the bat wheels thing that they set up, and he was like, oh, we're gonna... But now he'd be like, put me in it now.
He would have freaked out now if they
Yeah,
had
yeah.
bad.
He would have said, just put me in that
Yeah.
Batmobile car.
Yeah.
But at the time, he was like, no. I would say AJ was very shy in that sense of like
Yeah.
strangers and stuff. He was very shy in the beginning now, and not so much.
You love
But
the train though.
He loves trains.
he loved the train. That's right. He loved the Disney train that they were giving away or selling. Was it selling?
Selling, yeah.
Selling. Okay. I was like, did
We
you
bought-
guys end up getting that train? Yeah.
I still get emails from them from like scanning that code or whatever that happened while we were at that part of Comic-Con.
Oh shit.
Lidenal trains or whatever they're called.
Oh man.
Are you a
I was subscribed like 3 times.
I was about to say, are you a train person? Do you have train sets in your basement?
Scan this code, and we were all like,
Oh my God.
And then everyone got a virus that day.
Yeah, much. The Lionel trait.
I don't know. You just support stuff. The next thing you know, you're signed up for.
Next, you have 1,000 trains.
That was us.
And they did marketing right.
Last year, we ran into accidentally because we were waiting for Mark and Becky, and no last names, Mark and Becky. We were waiting for them in Comic-Con by the Good Burger
Yes.
station, and all of a sudden we see like security guards pushing everyone. Keenan Cal, I was like,
Whoa.
just walking by there. They were
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the Good Burger and they posed by the car.
Man,
They were
that's
there.
Awesome.
We were like, but we didn't know they were coming. Like we were just waiting for somebody, and everybody went.
Would be like you're my heroes.
I was like, all right.
I forgot that. I think I was one that was with Mark, not her, but that's okay.
No,
You were
she
the
was
girl.
there the second day.
Oh, you met with them the second day?
I think it was like the second or Sunday. It was something because I remember maybe Becky was there though at some point. I think the second day because they were supposed to come to my party thing. I think she was there.
Oh, she was there Sunday because I remember she didn't recognize what our costumes were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like, I thought you love Legend of Korra.
Yeah, we're like, wait, how do you not recognize?
How dare you?
We just really bad
If
in
you
these
dressed
costumes.
up as any other Pokemon after 151, I don't think she'd recognize you.
Which is fine.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing. Whatever.
I saw somebody dressed up as Ninetales at one point, and I was
Whoa.
like, jealous. I will be Ninetales. Butterfree would be, I have ideas. I have ideas for costumes, just relatively as like just even for Halloween
Yeah, just be
parties.
Butterfree and Bugcatcher.
I would love, honestly, my dream costume is a toothbrush, and Tony won't let me be a toothbrush. He was like, he goes, Rachel, I've seen somebody cut a hole in the foam, put their head and make the straws as bristles, and make themselves a toothbrush.
That's awesome. That's
And for some reason, I'm like, this is my dream. Is to do.
it.
I think Jenna Marbles did it, where she made a whole toothbrush costume, and I went, this is top tier costume. Like you're gonna go to a party and nobody's gonna be that toothbrush.
That is true.
Why
Tony won't let me. I said he could be the toothpaste. I'll make him a toothpaste costume, and he just doesn't want to do
I
it.
don't want to do it.
I was gonna say, what's your argument? I don't want to do
I
it.
just don't want to do it.
What
He
is
was like, "Aren't you supposed to be like dressed in like a girlier costume?" I go, "Toothbrush."
Tony's the opposite.
I even said yesterday, I go,
Where
I
is
could
your
be the
slutty
boat. I said I could be the boat like Georgie's boat, and you could be the clown. No, I said you would be Georgie, and I dress up like a clown with the big clown wig and the painted face. And he goes, really, Rachel? And I go, with the clown outfit. And I go, we could do it that way. And he goes, he's like, no. And I'm glad you
That's
didn't
also
do it, Tom.
perfectly normal costume. It was at the party, but
It wasn't.
Yeah, but she at least didn't have the huge like.
Yeah, she didn't have the frilly.
Yeah.
She had like a
Poofy.
girly version of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Me, it would just be straight up clown.
Yeah. No, that's,
Clown for days.
I feel
I'd
you.
be so hot, bro. I would have
melting.
to take It was so hot yesterday standing out there. Oh my god. Okay.
I
But
liked it.
it was nice. We actually bought a costume, and we drew Jason Voorhees like shirts, like the girl one, where it's like just the shirt skirt.
What are you talking about right now?
The party.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who wants to go first?
huh?
What?
Rachel wants to talk about the party.
We were at a costume party.
Yeah.
Word.
It was a Halloween,
Halloween
in August.
themed birthday costume party.
Yeah.
It was cool considering it was August. I like the idea of it. It was like, okay, so you don't have to be born in October. And I get it. I'm born in October. I'm the VIP. I get it. I'm born on a Halloween. I'm born on a
Halloween
fall-based Halloween month. Like, there's nothing that happens in October that's not Halloween. Like, for people.
True.
It's a spooky month. Everybody looks forward to it realistically more than they do Christmas. But
Whoa.
it's fine. And I get it because I'm like, that's so cool. And then when she did it, I was like, shit. I was like, I was born in that month. And I was like, that's such a good idea. God damn it.
Ironically, we've always done costume parties
Yeah.
for Tony's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Tony just wishes he was born in October to make it be like,
I don't care when I was born. I'm still having a costume
you don't
stuff.
care.
It doesn't
You're
matter.
born. You should care. That's not what your mom said.
Whoa.
Damn.
She it was a very big deal to her.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Okay, moving on.
Because she was in the hospital.
That was Tony's birthday. Yeah, I know you're lost too, right? I'm a little lost. But they were talking about Tony's birth.
She goes, I don't really care when I was born. I go, your mom would beg to differ. She had a lot of pain when she was getting lived here.
Oh, I thought your mom wanted you to be born in October.
Whoa.
Why? Explain.
That'd be very strange.
Let's get on the line.
I have a lot of family members born in October. They're like bombarded.
Wow.
Like, day after day.
You have to buy like 20 gifts at
You
time. You
have
buy
no
the
idea?
gifts in bulk.
You have no idea. So, like, for example, like, I'll give just one. I'm not going to give all. But I have my dad's birthday falls on the next week on the 20th and the 13th fall under each other on the same day of the same week of the next week. Yeah. And I have just it's a ton of people back to back. Every week there's somebody. Maybe two people.
Cool.
No.
A lot of cake.
No, because I have my own cake too, and like I want to celebrate my birthday.
Yeah.
Honestly, not as until I met Tony. No,
Dang, you got to
Until I met
mandate
Tony,
it.
no, I
You
know.
got to be like, what's up?
I didn't even have a costume party till I met Tony. Like I never
What?
on my birthday had a costume party. It was very big, like
Matt's hyperventilating right now.
Okay, so breathe, Matt.
Okay, I'm trying.
that's fucking nuts. Yeah, I get
Can't
it.
believe you haven't lived. How did you tell Tony?
I had a lot of like, to be honest, like
I mean, didn't you go to school in jail? So every day was like a dress-up party.
not when every day you wear the same thing and it's the same.
It's always the same orange jumpsuit.
No, it's like
Sometimes you get shivved, and that makes it look more costumey.
there's a lot of activities you can do, like in October, like. You could go like in a corn maze, like upstate. There was a corn maze that was like miles long, where they
Wow.
go over it and they make a design, but it's like you're not getting out of there for like an hour or two. Like you're, no matter how many left turns you follow, it's gonna take you a minute to get out of
And
there.
that's the whole party. Just trying to find your way out.
Yeah, get in there.
You make now that you say it like that. My mom's like, go distract yourself. Get out of here.
You know, funny enough, we just talked about October and your birthday so much that I thought yesterday we were at your party. I was like, yeah, Rachel's costume party yesterday was fun.
It was fun.
It is coming up.
It's
You only
like-
got like 2 months.
We do. Only 2 months. All right. Anyways, back to the party. That wasn't my party.
Yeah.
All right. But it was fun. Go.
You guys didn't even get to say what you dressed up as.
Yeah.
Why do you go?
All right, fine.
I'm done talking.
Hey,
I need
Damn.
so we're doing last minute costume shopping. So originally, Rachel wanted us to be the cat from
Yes.
Yes?
the cat
Ooh.
the cat from Pet Sematary.
That would be a good idea.
And the old man who says, "You don't want to go up there," but I was like, I
I
don't
would
think
cover
people are gonna
myself in
understand
blood.
what we are.
People wouldn't understand.
Well, I mean, if he's just got to keep saying.
The whole night.
Anytime
it
someone
works.
shows up.
There wasn't that many
there.
people. I feel like you bring it up in a couple of groups, you're done in like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. And then they go, ha ha, he's the don't go up there guy.
Oh my God, he's Herman Munster.
I also said.
That's the guy that played?
Yeah.
I also said he could have been the jogger from the movie that got hit that was haunting.
Oh my God. Yeah, that guy was cool.
Somebody who
Someone who loves
Stephen
Pet
King.
Cemetery.
I don't- yeah.
Maybe a little bit of
Carrie.
cocaine.
We could have been Carrie, but I don't know what you would have been.
The car.
God.
You would be like the baby.
Cujo.
Let's go.
You could be Cujo,
Whoa.
and you be the car that I'm jumping on.
Yeah, you just
Get out of the car.
Alex, did you dress up?
Yeah, it'll actually it'll fit in.
You
when
were
we're talking
hot
about it. So
Cop.
yeah, so we walked to Party City. We're like, all right, let's just find something. This is what Rachel was alluding to before. We got 2 like costumes from what do you call it?
Party City.
No, Party City.
or Spirit Halloween.
Jason.
Voorhees.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Friday. That's what I was trying to think of. Friday the 13th.
One of them. Just kidding.
And so my costume was literally just
A
a shirt and like a really crappy looking mask
A really bad mask.
for like $40 or something.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then she
Mine
got-
was just a shirt.
yeah, it was
no
just
mask.
a shirt, no mask.
Same price.
Yeah. So we spent like $84 on just those 2 stupid little items, and then we left.
$30. I don't know how they ended up being 84, but I'm gonna say okay.
So then we left and we went home, and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe we spent so much on those costumes." And Rachel's like, "Yeah, like I feel like I have a better idea." I was like, "Okay, what's the idea?"
We were just over there. We walked all the way over.
Yeah, we just walked all the way home. Now.
And she's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain juices.
I came up in the shower and I'm like, Tony, get over here. All right, so go on.
the light bulb in the store just
Yeah.
fizzing like.
I was thinking because I was like, I was so upset that Party City didn't even. I know that it's not even September. It's not even October. I'm asking for a lot to go to Party City and go, give me all your costumes you got. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, so she's like, "Yeah, I really wish we could have like done like the slut and then the final girl from the horror movies." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Oh, well, like I would be the slut, and then so like I got killed, and then you're the final girl who like survives at the end." And then I was like, "But how would you do that costume?" She's like, we'll probably use the fake blood, and then we'll have T-shirts, and we'll write on the T-shirts. And I was like, we could still do that, right? Like, I could just drive back and return the $84 costume shirts.
And Joanne's is right.
Next door.
Literally like it's not even more one. It's literally one store over.
And then just get the shirts, and then use the blood on the shirts, and that's it. So then she's like, I forgot, you said something first, and I was like, no, like it'll literally take me 5 minutes by driving. 5 minutes. Yeah.
And I got like 5 phone calls in between.
Whoa.
Him being at the store being like, does this look
Yeah.
is this good? And I was like, oh my God, okay. But it ended up working. I sent him and I was like, go, I'm going to start to get ready. You go to the store. So he went, he returned the $80 outfits, and then ended up getting shirts. And we had this fake blood, and there was one that was fake blood in like the little jar, and one had spray. So the spray one is what I used on the shirt, and it like actually very much looked like blood. Like I was shook. I know it's
It
fake
came
blood,
out really good.
but it came out like better than I thought it was going to be, just spraying it. And I was like, wow, okay. It came out really good. I had people at the party going, he should have wore the slut shirt. I should have worn the final girl shirt.
Yeah.
And they're like, you should have done that. And they're like, you don't look like a slut. And I was like, thank you, but like this is my costume. So,
And Tony looks like a slut?
Yeah.
We both had crop tops.
So we both had crop tops, like tied up crop tops. And Tony comes home and I'm like, okay, let's do this. The shirt is a children's small. I went,
That's
daring.
and he called you 5 times, and he walked out of there.
Those are the only 2 gray
They
shirts.
didn't even have
They didn't
white.
have any
they
white
didn't have
shirts.
any white shirts. I originally wanted white shirt, but I was like, oh, white shirt's gonna be easier to write on, easier to blah blah. Didn't have white shirts. All they had was gray. And he goes, I got the last 2. And he comes home. I'm like,
They both said small. I was like, okay, but then one was children's small.
a children's shirt. Okay, but fine. It worked.
Yeah, it worked out.
So
Yeah, you cut it up and everything.
yeah.
He came out good. You guys had really funny costumes. I
And
really liked
so Alex was the sheriff, right? The one that's always in the movies and doesn't really do anything to the very end. Yeah. so it worked out perfectly. We took pictures together where I was the final girl and then that was the sheriff.
top.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's too late for me. I'm the
Dang.
select guys.
They're all parts of the recipe.
It's all part. It adds up. He showed up too late for me, but
Oh my God. And Gianna was from Midsommar.
her costume was her costume was Jenny from Forrest Gump, but it fit the theme so much. You know when she gets married with that flower crown,
Midsummer and Midsummer.
and then she looks like Midsummer.
Yeah, it just looked like Midsummer.
So the only thing I know
It's
about that
like,
movie is, I guess that's from the poster.
So Gianna literally walked out of the bathroom with the costume on. She goes, "Okay, how's it look?" I was like, "You look like you're from Midsummer."
Yeah, and I forgot that she said she was going to be Jenny from that one scene of Forrest Gump where she
forgot
gets
too.
married.
So I was like,
And-
oh.
yeah, Midsommar. That's so cool.
Yeah,
It worked out, and it worked
That's
out well.
changed
It
your
did.
mind.
yeah.
It worked out well. Where I was like, wow.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a dual
I
costume.
know.
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh, she didn't mind being. Thinking she was from another movie. It's
Well, the whole night she was Midsummer.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, damn it, everybody knows things Midsommar.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to kill somebody and throw him in a bear.
I said, "I'll be the
Should
bear."
dress like a bear. Have a bear. Like this is me.
That'd be funny.
It would have been really hot.
Yeah. I mean, I was wearing pants and a lot of clothes too. I was hot anyway.
I was
You were.
dripping, and I was wearing no clothes. You guys are flirting over there. I love reading those kind of mangas.
Got a yaoi right now.
I love yaoi.
Yowie, Zowie.
Yaoi mangas. Yaoi mangas are like my like little secret. I love yaoi mangas.
You have them like
Please
sandwiched
elaborate.
between the mattress. And you're like, I hope Tony doesn't find these.
I recommend if you're gonna read them, Blue Flag is one of the best
Whoa.
ones. I have the whole collection.
Wow.
I'm a dedicated
Holy
fan.
crap. Damn.
I think they're better than like normal romances. To be honest, I think they
Is
have
it because of the taboo
Plot.
of it, or it was the plot? I don't know. I'm asking you. Plot.
She's like, yes, kiss.
I also you have to remember I also read Bridgerton, so
Yeah.
it's for the plot.
Bridgerton glass.
But so that was a party for us. We stayed a little bit later. They couldn't work the projector. So
Oh.
Tony had to step in. I go, I'm going to go get, I'll be back. And I went, Tony, come on.
Yeah, the IT expert.
Yeah, I was like, come here, come on, you're going to go fix this. And so I was like, you fix it. And he did. He actually ended up fixing it. But then they couldn't stream anything from like the streaming services because they won't let you project it.
That sucks.
Which I'm
What?
like, okay, I paid for this. I
That's
should
so
be able
dumb.
to do.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
It's weird, right? The thing has AirPlay. The projector has AirPlay.
Probably the weirdest thing of that night was somebody ate all the chips.
That was
Yeah, that was
okay.
crazy.
So there was
Oh,
two
Spooky.
two gigantic chip bowls with dip in the middle.
it was spinach dip.
And
So-
Matt had parked his chair next to the dip.
I didn't know they
So-
were going to be there. They just serendipitously landed by my chair. I was like, ooh, I got a good spot.
So he's sitting in that chair. It's him, Gianna, and Bridget. And was Olivia
Rachel,
part?
Rachel.
No, yeah.
It was me.
Olivia,
I was
yeah.
very
So-
hungry.
I was there with the girls at the watering hole.
Yeah. So me and Tony are talking on the other side, and all of a sudden, Cheetos, popcorn, and like trail mix comes out, and they just migrate over, and it looked like the
Crazy.
nematodes that had like eaten the whole restaurant.
Yeah.
Because I looked back
the
at the other,
goats?
there was no chips and no dip in the other one, and as soon as they finished,
There
they
was
just
two.
like waddled over.
There was 2 chips and dip bins.
Yeah.
And we were like goats feeding on the grass with the
Yeah.
lawnmowers. We're like,
It was like a locust swarm had taken out the chips.
that dip was so good, and whether it was just I was so hungry.
Yeah.
that this was like, give me all the food you
And our
got.
table didn't have cheese doodles or popcorn on it.
Yeah.
No, it did. It would be
So once
gone
we
if it
finished the
was.
chips and everything, I was just
Like, oh, look at the time.
up. It's cheese doodle time.
Then they had hot dogs, and then they ate.
Then we
Pasta
ate all
was
the
so
hot.
good.
I mean, somebody ate all the hot dogs. It was crazy.
It might have been me.
Spooky.
Might have been me. I ate the hot dog, and I went, "Here's the bun, Tony." That was the whole night of me going, "Here's the bread."
Yeah, it was
And
just
then
like a bread
yeah.
day for me.
I made a bad decision and ate the pasta and regretted it later.
Pasta was-
I ate so much pasta. That's probably why. I ate like I got second, third servings. I was like, "Give me." It went in and came out the same way. So it's cool, but the cake was really cool. You missed the cake said witches don't age, and it was like a heart cake, and it said witches don't age. I was like, oh man, that's so cute. This is such a
It's just absorbing it all for your party.
I can't now. I gotta wait like another 2 years or a year because then it's like I'm directly copying.
No, you could directly copy.
I think
it.
that would be amazing. if you
Yeah.
did that.
I can't
Here's
do it.
my theme.
Halloween during Halloween time.
I can't- and the worst
What
part
if
is that
it's- what
say,
if-
that
August during Halloween.
Yeah.
it's so shitty. It's so shitty
all
because
summer themed.
originally,
God.
originally,
brilliant.
Yes.
we didn't know it was like a costume party. We thought it was just like, oh, we're watching a movie, blah blah, blah
Yeah.
shirt. We didn't know. So like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was like, I really think I maybe want to do a costume party this year. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a costume party this year.
This was the worst time I've ever had reading invitation. I think I got lazy.
I did feel where I was. No, it didn't say it on the radio.
It
Oh,
does-
the thing? Yeah, on the chair
So
thing?
it
Yeah, it said
did.
bring your own chair and
So-
bring a beer.
Several
but
things.
what about costume?
Oh, costume? Yeah, I thought it was costume.
It was
It's a-
also on the Evite. So that was my problem. So
It wouldn't let me read the comments.
everything I kept asking about this party was like, what day is it? When is this party? We had to put it in the calendar. That way we knew. So once it was in the calendar,
It was in the calendar. And
yeah, I had looked at the invite. I'd done the whole thing. I RSVP'd to it. Felt good about it. And then I guess I just never looked at the invite, or anytime I read it, my mind, it blurred out, bring your own chair. It blurted out, bring your own booze. And it blurted out the costume party.
Yeah.
My brain could not comprehend these things on the invite.
No, I honestly only found out it was a costume party Friday or Saturday, Thursday. No, when they sent the second invite. No, when they sent the second invite. Then it said clearly Kai saw costume. I went, I can't order anything
Yeah,
from Amazon.
we all saw each other the day before, and I thought that was the day. Like, oh yeah, we need to get a costume.
It was the only time I had free was Saturday, and I went, well, if we're either getting it or we're not getting it. I'm glad we got it because not everyone, but majority of the people we were hanging out with was dressed up, and I went, imagine if we didn't dress up.
Yeah, I feel like you could have been,
We'd be a bunch of squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, just eating all the chips.
Could have actually done that. I was actually gonna go. I'm just gonna go to Spencer's or Hot Topic and just.
Tony, what are you looking at?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know that thing? You see that thing? It's just going around?
The thingamabob.
Yeah, you guys see it?
Only a ceiling.
I actually now do see something suspended in a little web.
I also see that, yes.
Is that a spider?
It could be. Is it moving
Please
down?
take him out of the world. Please take him out of the world. I really don't.
Get down from there, spider!
But he goes with the theme of the spooky.
I really don't like spiders.
This makes this an easy edit.
Oh no.
Is it moving though? Is it?
I think it is.
Kill it.
Bro, be spitted.
I don't even know. Yeah.
I don't see it.
No, now I do. Yeah.
Kill it.
It's fine.
You gotta crock the hell out of it.
Is that even a spider? I can't even tell what it is.
It could be lint, but it looks kind of like it's spinning around.
Would a spider just spit and dance?
Maybe it's trying out for Cirque du Soleil.
It could be. It could be.
We did watch that.
You guys watch Cirque du Soleil?
We watched a doc. We thought we were going to watch Cirque du Soleil. We ended up watching a documentary about Cirque du Soleil that had bits of Cirque du Soleil in it.
It's really good. Cirque du Soleil is really good.
It was interesting.
I've seen it.
This is
A
what we're
ton.
talking about now.
Apparently.
Are we recording?
Is it going lower?
Fucking lost.
No, it's staying still.
Forgot I actually had something. So that sounds like a great time. I'm glad you all had cool costumes and enjoyed yourselves.
Yeah.
I think also part of like it would be funny if like your party was like the last hurrah of summer themed or something like
You're
that.
right. Oh,
in
that would be
October.
cool.
Yeah, all beach.
Yeah, beach and like.
Then you can't say I copied them because I didn't.
We're like we're playing badminton, volleyball outside, like beach volleyball, like
And
Top
it's like
Gun.
windy.
Yeah.
We're all naked.
The worst part is
Wait, were they all naked at Top Gun? Because I don't remember that.
It's on the invite.
In late summer, we're all naked.
Yeah.
literally.
And then we could play the Powerpuff Girls.
That was the equivalent of the Aladdin take off your clothes.
Yeah.
There's their own egg. Sorry.
No, yeah, because then you could play the Charlie XCX, which is Buttercup. Then you play Chaperone, which is Blossom, and then
Tony
you
knows
play
too much about
Sabrina
these
Carpenter,
female
which
artists.
which is Bubbles.
Are you done?
What the fuck just happened?
Who are
Tony's very stuck on female artists nowadays.
They're doing really well.
Okay, Tony. I love you, girl, and women empowerment.
Wow.
I'm just gonna need you to tone it down by like 20. I can't handle it anymore.
Right, let's do this.
Oh my God. You're trying to tone down his woman empowerment?
It's not that. It's just when you're not marching in a rally, I can still be woman empowerment and not have to mention women all the time. The point of woman empowerment is that we equally get mentioned in conversations.
Yes.
All right, name some guy artist that is blowing up right now.
Gary Coleman. Lou Ferrigno.
All right, one more.
John Cena.
Yeah, and John
John
C.
Cena's got it popping.
The
Rowdy
Powerpuff
Rough
Girls.
Boys.
Oh my God, yeah.
Men are doing so well.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
Okay.
Not a singer.
Huh.
Hugh Jackman, also not a singer.
Whoa.
And Ryan Reynolds,
There you
also
go.
not a
There you
singer.
go. The Rowdy
No,
Rough Boys.
Hugh Jackman is a singer.
Yes,
Yeah,
Hugh Jackman did The Greatest
yeah.
Showman.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
Name 3 men. I bet you can't.
I can name 4 and they're in this room.
Dumbo? Was Dumbo a man?
What about Bambi?
Maybe he's
Bambi was the guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Trogdor. He was a dragon man.
Yeah, he was a dragon man.
Or maybe he was just a dragon.
SpongeBob.
Oh, Homestar.
Patrick.
All right, so I was going to say late summer. Let's try and get
Mr. Krabs.
What do you call it?
The
Plankton.
train back on track.
Onto the track, yeah. Our late summer gardening, state of the garden.
Yes, my state of my garden.
You gotta know.
It's doing very well. I'm getting a lot of squashes. I'm getting a lot of, like, so much basil. Too much
Wow.
basil. I'm going to be giving out basil by the end of the year.
I like basil.
You could freeze it.
I will eat it.
Yeah. My potatoes are going crazy. My sweet potatoes, I'm going to have so many sweet potatoes. I know it doesn't sound very...
No, sweet potatoes are dope.
I'm also getting eggplant. I had a plant growing where I was like, is this a weed or is this actually a plant? Because eggplant looks like a flower. Like when it's growing, it looks like a flower.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It
Like a yellow
flowers.
flower?
Yeah, it's like a purple flower.
Purple.
It's weird. When it was growing, I was like, is that a weed? I don't know if that's a weed. I don't even know what plant this is. Until it started growing, I went, oh, that's an eggplant. Where it was purple, you're like, oh, that's an eggplant. I have a hybrid plant.
Whoa.
I accidentally got a hybrid plant. I don't know how that's possible because it wasn't a hybrid. And they didn't raise that as a, I don't know.
So you made a new species?
Yeah.
It's like it's really weird.
It looks like it's
created life.
round
Yeah.
and it's yellow.
It's gonna be delicious.
And it's not an apple. It's on a vine.
Whoa.
It's
You
very
guys
weird.
take a picture of it and ask ChatGPT?
Yeah.
We
We
did,
did, and it said it's a
ChatGPT
hybrid.
said it's a crossbreed.
Of
Whoa.
what?
Crossbreed. It's like
let me see
a
if
gourd
it's still
and
there.
like a it would be like a gourd and like a squash.
You had to bring it to a scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's growing and it's growing really
like there's
well
gonna
and I
be
go, what the
There should
is
be some
this?
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting and I'm like, is it gonna grow?
Then you could sell it to Monsanto and make $1 million.
Yes.
But it's more like
species of plant.
ornamentary.
And then it starts talking.
Yeah.
It's more like ornamentary. They say you're not gonna be able to eat it. It's like a gourd would
big
be
difference.
like a.
Yeah.
So you could hollow it out and smoke out of it.
Oh,
right.
you're a hollow back girl.
All right. So I sent it the picture. I
I have
highlighted
the
it.
picture.
Yes. The gourd. Oh.
Oh my gourd.
Clever son of a bitch.
And it's I'm waiting. I'm like, is this a squash? Is this like a cucumber? I originally thought it was a cucumber, so I'm curious if it's a mix between a cucumber and a squash.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So I'll read what chat said. So basically, I circled it and I said, what is this plant? And it said, the plant in the photo appears to be a type of squash or gourd, specifically a variety that is likely ornamental or possibly a small pumpkin. The yellow color with speckling and a round shape suggests it could be a decorative gourd or a miniature pumpkin variety. These types of plants are often grown for their attractive appearance rather than for consumption, though some small pumpkins can be edible. If this plant is part of your garden, it's probably maturing and ready for harvest if you're aiming for decorative use. If you're expecting another type of fruit or vegetable, it's possible that seeds got mixed up or cross-pollination
Oh,
occurred.
wow.
I don't know what happened because I've been working so hard to get this plant to like I bought like netting for it to crawl, like to move, and I was like all this time for nothing, all this time for it to just be a plant I can't use, like just for show. I don't
Yeah,
even know what
that's
this
weird.
plant is.
What if it crossbred with the eggplant?
That's
What
but
if
the
you got
eggplant's
like peg
across-
plant?
I think what happened was
Pineapple.
it was next to the cucumber. I think the gourd, because I think it was supposed to be like a yellow gourd, like a yellow zucchini. I think that's what it was because it's crawling also. And it got mixed up with the cucumber, which is right next to it. And I'm like, that's what would be the lines would be. That's why.
Could it also be that, like, because we saw bees in the garden holding like
ton
the
of bees.
pollen?
Oh my God, they're so cute. They're bumblebees, not
Yeah,
bugs. So
yeah.
they don't
They're
do
the
anything,
chunky ones
but
that are
they
like,
have,
I'm
when
doping
you look
around.
at them, they have like these like balls of pollen that they hold on their sides. So they're furry, but they have like this ball of pollen that they're like pollen.
Fanny pack.
It literally is like they're holding it in their like shirt, and they're like, all right.
And then just taking their
But I'm
hands and
showing
just
Tony, I
shoving
was
it
like,
in the
look.
flowers.
So I wonder if that could have been part of the cross-pollination. Couldn't that?
Cross-pollination.
No, that's what I'm saying. Could the bees be the reason why it got?
Yeah, the
like
bee
that?
like, I'm going
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I'm going here.
It's sad
wiggle
because
my
we're
butt
getting
on
a
this flower.
we're getting a lot of bees we're getting a lot of bees in our house,
Uh-oh.
and it's because of my garden. But I'm like, I don't want to they're coming through our window, and I don't know how. They're coming through like the cracks of the window.
There, the Candyman's around.
I don't want to kill them because they're like endangered, but like I can't get them out of the house.
Like regular bees or
Bumblebees.
Bumblebees, the ones that are good.
oh, at least they're cute coming in your house.
Yeah,
Regular bees like, I'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
but I'll be like
Who let me
doing
in
like
here?
washing plants or washing dishes, and all of a sudden you're, zzz, and you're like, oh. Yeah, it's like you got to watch out for the. But they don't. Apparently, bumblebees don't like lavender, and they don't like. I think it's peppermint. They don't like.
Yeah, a lot of things don't like
mice.
peppermint.
Yeah, the mice.
They don't like that smell. So
They're
if you
raccoons.
do that in the cracks of your windows, they won't come into your windows. But I don't know. I go, there's plenty of stuff outside. Why are you in here? How the hell are you getting through a screen, like a screen that I can't even pop from the outside, and then getting in through the window itself? I went, what the hell? All right, but
I think AI should be able to help us make an invention that's like plant dust. So whenever you have like a yucky weed that you're like, oh, this is make my house look stupid, you like throw some plant dust at it, and then it'll start
packets,
growing like whatever fruit or vegetables on that little
True.
packet.
That would be
you know,
That sounds like magic.
They do have those like invitations and stuff like that
They
where
do.
it's that like
you plant it.
yeah,
I
like
did
you had
see-
your cards like that, your thank you cards and whatnot.
They, you know,
Presto change.
And then you,
what you described.
Find replace.
you know what's funny? I actually learned this the other day, where if you can actually grow like a zucchini plant, for example, and you won't get a lot of zucchinis that year, and you're like, I'm confused because last year I got a lot of zucchinis. Like this year I got like 3 and so far, which isn't a lot for a good growing zucchini plant. Like, to be honest, you should be getting like 6. You should be getting so many that you don't know what to do with. That's what I did that one year where I was like, take it, Gianna, take it. I was like, I don't need it, take it. That's the majority of what it is. The issue is if you get a male plant, there's male and female plant flowers. So if you have a plant that has more male flowers, you're never going to get the load of like...
they have the same yield because men underperform.
Thank you. Because you can't pollinate...
Yeah.
flower. You need the flower that's a female to like the bee to pollinate. Like, yeah.
You're making me think of something that I because my parents have an apple tree in their front yard. They got I don't know how long ago. Maybe they had it for like almost 10 years now or something like that. And it's a pretty sad looking little tree. It's just kind of like it looks like an anorexic tree in some ways. Like it doesn't really thrive. But then some years, like, it tries to produce these apples. They grow to the size
Green
of,
apples,
like,
almost.
barely larger than, like, acorns or something like that. And I remember, like, looking into it, and like, I think it's not true for every plant, obviously, but it sounds like for apple trees, you need to have, like, an orchard. Yeah, it's like they have orchards because there's, male and female trees, and they pollinate each other. Those trees are, like, banging to make apples.
Yes. Well, the bees are banging.
So it's like whatever like immature apples they make, it's like your tree will never produce a real apple. And on top of that, there's also some other fascinating fact about apple trees where, like you could take an apple from a legit apple tree, plant it, and it could become a totally different type of like apple.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Splicing.
It's all like weird genetics and stuff.
If you think about it, that's what really happened to make all these different varieties of apples. Is that they really just genetically modified, just like they said, like kale and broccoli and stuff like that they're actually genetically modified. They never existed naturally. They said they were. I forgot what they're spliced with. Is it asparagus? I forgot what they're actually made from, but they just like genetically modified to be like more leaves, more of the top, more of the. That's how they made that. Not because it grew naturally, but because it was something they just whipped together.
Frankenstein together.
We have a lot of hot peppers. I'll also be bringing those. Like Tony's tearing, crying on the ground. He eats. He goes, "There's only so many I can put on my burger." But I'm getting a lot of. I'm getting a lot more of like jalapenos. I'm getting a lot of.
That's cool.
Tomatoes. I'm getting less of. Because the water.
That really stressed out pepper.
I told you not to eat that. I said I learned the other day before he ate that they call it stressed out peppers because when they're red, you can tell how hot a pepper is going to be based obviously by its color and also if it has stretch marks. If it has stretch marks, it was stressed out while growing. Therefore, it will be
Super spicy.
like on
Wow.
Tony was like drooling, like it was.
My
It wasn't
God.
like a normal like jalapeno. It was like hotter.
Wow.
And I only got one of those this season. I didn't get any more stressed out.
Yeah,
Stressed out.
with stretch
It
marks.
matters.
Crazy.
I have a ton of
It was
basil. I
just
have
had a
ton
baby.
of. I have a ton of lemon
Make me
basil.
fascinated in plants.
I have a ton of lemon basil,
Mm.
which is interesting. Alex actually experienced lemon basil.
Mm.
It smells like lemon, but it's more for like mixed drinks than it is for like regular basil. But it actually, interestingly, smells different than basil.
Mm.
It's like a sweeter smell than
That's
basil.
cool. Wow.
It was cool. You know, they have different, like last year I did pineapple sage, which kind of has like a pink color to it versus like I have sage every year and I have lavender and I make lavender cakes, which if you want to go to sleep, you make the lavender cake, eat one, you'll fine. You'll take like a 3-4 hour nap. Like I did. I ate one and took a 3. But so far my garden's been pretty good. I'm getting there.
Yeah, it sounds like it's thriving.
It's hard
How
to-
are your cucumbers? Because we're-
Non-existent.
Oh, because we're both growing cucumbers.
Yeah, my cucumbers didn't. I have the plant as little. It's not as big as I thought it would get.
Other ones are like thriving at its expense or something like that.
Yeah, and some of them, like I planted one in a pot and one in the bed, which they're farther apart. One in the bed is doing a little bit better than the one in the pot.
How do you sleep?
How do I sleep?
Yeah, if it's in the bed.
I sleep well. No, I have a U-shaped garden bed.
You asked the question.
I have 2 beds. Trick question.
Ah,
I wanted to get a second U-shaped garden bed this year, and I didn't get to. And also because the amount of dirt Tony had to haul.
oh my God.
Oh my god.
My dad's like, "Why did you do it that way? Why didn't you just order the dirt in bulk from Home Depot?" I'm like, Tony's like, "You can order just the dirt,
Yeah, and they'll just
delivered
dump
to
it
your
on your
house.
driveway,
And then you can just
scoop
move it.
Yeah.
Well, no, we got the bags. We made Uber.
Oh, no,
my
it's
God.
Instacart. So some poor lady was.
Oh my god!
You would think somebody with a truck
film
would
her.
be able to get like 40 bags of dirt. She had like this little car, like your old car. It was like so low. I go,
She had to do like 12 trips.
I hope
Yeah.
you're like
one trip.
we're not tipping.
Yeah.
Imagine. No,
Yeah,
we
she
tipped
took
her, we
way
tipped her.
too long to unload those.
Yeah.
No, we helped her unload
Yeah.
the bag.
If only you were there to help her load them.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
So
Holy shit.
yeah. So I expected like a guy to pick up the thing, somebody with a bigger cart. No. So I made Tony haul them all into the back, and then your mom helped me do it. But it was a lot of dirt and a lot of time and a lot. It was like $400 in dirt. It was.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It was.
Right, like at what point is this garden cost effective?
Yeah.
Well, I was planning for the U-shaped garden for a long time. Like this was my like home budget like dream goal.
Yeah.
One of them. I really want a greenhouse too. It's really
That's
what I want.
awesome.
But I don't know if my backyard can sustain that. Probably not.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a thought that counts. So I could do it during. I can like grow plants instead of buying the plants in the greenhouse. Like I can't do it inside because it's like hit or miss. I don't have enough room like to like pre-grow plants.
Yeah.
Where would I put it?
No,
Tell me.
you don't
Nowhere.
have to do that.
But I
Greenhouse
have.
on the roof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a family member who grows. He's retired. He loves plants more than I do, which
Impossible.
I didn't think I was going to meet somebody that loved plants like this guy does. He literally has the green thumb, but he's different. I like putting the plants, growing them, and letting them grow and watching them produce like fruit and stuff like that. He likes growing them and then just giving them away, like starting them and going, "Here, go, take two." And he does like
He's
bulk.
like, eat it in front of me.
He
Let
does
me
bulk.
film it.
He told me, do not buy any plants anymore. I'll give you them until he's older. So he's like, I'll give you them until I die. He goes,
Wow.
do not buy any plants. Come to my house, pick up your plants, go. And he goes, that's it.
He's planning it forward.
It is. It was very nice. You know, even though I already bought plants at that point, and I was like, shit. It's like, shit. I have no more room. So I had to whip out all these pots, buy more soil to put in the pots, and be like, all right. Yeah, that was my.
You should steal all of his dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does. I don't. I don't know. He might have dirt. Be like, can I have some of your dirt? I'm definitely gonna get more next year. I'm gonna be like, give me more, more. Because his plants grew faster than the plants that came from the store, which was interesting. And that's my plant corner.
Wow.
Rachel Flank, come here, everyone. The actual ending to the apple story is that their tree is actually producing like legit sized apples this year.
Wow.
And I can't explain why because of everything I just said.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
What?
So it has 2 apples that are already like about this big, like almost baseball size.
Wait for it till the squirrel goes, mine.
I know the likelihood of them making it is very low, but the fact that it's like I can't explain it.
I just like another tree from out of town walking by and be like, "Hey, toots,
Yeah. What's going on?
Sends the bee over with go pollinate
Yeah.
apples for me.
Send it a love letter.
How is your cucumber plant?
Oh, my cucumber plant is pretty intense.
You had a huge one. That one was nice."
Yeah, it's I a couple of, was it last year? I had on the right. My garden's tiny. I have grand aspirations, maybe one day of having something like what you described. But for now, I just have my little about this long garden, about this wide. And I just have a cucumber plant and a cherry tomato plant. But the one on the right always seems to thrive, where the one on the left kind of just is chilling. So I have the cucumbers on the right, and they're doing what my tomato plant did last year, where they just kind of explode and they go everywhere. The thing I didn't know, I did my first time growing cucumber, where I didn't know that they have their own like natural twine sort of.
Yes, they do. They cling on.
Yeah.
I was showing
They'll
Tony,
crawl up.
look at their arms. They wrap.
Yep.
They'll
Yeah.
wrap. They have these little like, and they'll swirl
It's like
around
instead,
stuff.
it's like instead of needing to support the plant to grow upwards, it kind of has like its own little green appendages that are like coils around things to
coils
support
around
itself and thrive. Like it's almost like its own little weed, except it's a weed that you want to grow. So I have some big ass bushes that I should probably trim, but I don't. On the other side of my rickety little fence. And basically I'm taking those little twines and I'm like encouraging them like grow onto the bushes, just grow up to heaven.
I bought
you'll have a
a
cucumber
netting
bush.
that I put on my fence for $7, and it's just a net, and they climb, but they do have little tendrils where they go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, it's
Spider-Man.
it's grounding itself so it can stay sturdy. And I went, that's so crazy that like plants do that, where it'll be like, I will grow on this weed to be able to survive, or I will grow on this bush to be able to survive. Like, it's crazy.
I have, it's like it's just me and my wife, and it's we have 3 cucumbers that we have to, that I picked as like figure out what to do with, and then I think there's at least 3 or 4 more in this stage of growing on this one plant.
Good plant.
Yeah,
It's good.
It's doing pretty well.
All I wanted was cucumbers. That's all I wanted.
I should have brought some.
Yeah, that's all I want. And we'll exchange. I got zucchini like this yesterday, but I only have a few of them, and I got one yellow one, and then the plant died. And
No.
it's like, take my plant and I'll die. And you're like, okay, but
Okay, see, that was your gardening late summer gardening wrap up, everyone.
yeah.
Now we get into our standard scheduled Pseudo Adults programming. You guys saw a couple movies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious to hear about them. Which one would you like to start with?
Probably Trap, because we watched that first.
Yeah.
That sounds
This was the M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a romp.
I think this is the first movie that no matter how free it was awful.
No. No.
No, it was bad. It was
terrible. It was a terrible movie.
I'm so confused.
Boy, was it a fun watch.
Yeah, it was really funny to watch, but it was like, wow, that was bad.
Was it what it intended to be?
No.
Oh, dang.
No.
Did it have any connection to the movie?
No.
Good.
No.
Okay.
No.
But when we saw the trailer when we went to see Longlegs, I thought like this movie looks like it has potential. It's kind of like it had like a state of suspense. Like this guy is the bad guy. He's this is a trailer, so I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really say spoiler for myself. But like I don't know. It's just like he's trying to see a plan to like assassinate, do a terrorist, something really bad at an arena, at a concert, something like that. So how did this movie go wrong?
So I don't think M. Night Shyamalan's ever been to a concert.
Or has been human ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I said,
Like you were saying.
we were watching the movie, I was like, man, I think an alien fucking wrote this movie.
I was like,
It's like so not how anybody speaks. The acting is like the main the lead, he's a killer. He's the
Josh
butcher,
Hartnett.
and he's talking to everybody like they're an 8-year-old. Every single person he runs into, he goes, "Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should do this for you." Yeah,
It's so funny.
and he's doing the fucking eyes
And he
too.
does this smell.
I'm gonna
tell
need
me
you.
more.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's very strange.
It's awesome.
And it's not just that like guy from the trailer that's like, this is the plot of the movie. Every single person is telling him
Yes,
everything.
everybody's telling him he needs everything he needs to know.
Yeah.
What?
It's really funny also.
Yeah. And so the
Especially when he turns around on the top of the roof. I'm like, really? Oh, man, because there's police everywhere, including the roof. And he gets caught on the roof by police. And they're like, oh, what's the safety word? Oh, do you have this card? And lo and behold, of course, he knew the safety word from beforehand, but the card was something new. But because he's that, like, on his feet with everything, he's able to be like, oh, I got it in the stolen thing I took, and here's my card. And then they're like, all right, you get the pass, you get it. But yes, and then he turns around, and then he's like, oh, well, who's that lady that you're talking to? Because she looks like she's the head of, like, everybody.
yeah.
It's like, how would he know that?
And they go, yeah, anyway, this is all the information you need to know about.
Pretty much.
My
Yeah.
God.
And that happens the whole fucking movie. All the time. And also, he's like kind of bumbling incompetent at first, where he's like, his plan to get away from things is like really flimsy and dumb.
Jumping down that hole, like, doesn't that look cool?
Yeah. So the stage opens up and a guest singer comes out.
Jesus.
And yeah, he's Jesus. Resurrected again. And
Amen.
they're like, oh, one of the only ways to get out is through the backstage stuff. So he sees it and he's like, hey, daughter, wouldn't it be like, I don't know,
Daughter.
so cool? if
Hey,
we-
I forgot your name,
yeah,
daughter.
wouldn't it be like so fucking cool if we just hop down there and
Yeah.
like walk around and see what's down there?
Maybe there's costumes.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, Dad.
No,
Sure.
No.
her main lines in this movie are, oh my god, and then Dad, is everything okay? You're acting strange. Those are like those main two.
Did you see my face? Yeah. That's so fucking
That's
true.
really all her lines in the entire movie.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
her character boils down to those two things.
Wow.
Oh my
And
god.
it's like, oh, of course, honey. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm just acting a little silly.
But like so comically stupidly and then at the end of the movie though, he's fucking MacGyver. He's a genius.
He's got the phone by him at all times. He's like,
Yeah. And he knows how to get out of every
yes.
situation.
Oh
now.
my god, yes.
And he becomes like the hitman, where he's like, I could change costumes and I could walk out of things
He is.
and I could
Yeah.
avoid all these things no matter how trapped I am in this situation.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, literally unstoppable.
Linking to being like, you have superpowers where you can just get through anything.
He's like a super genius, but dumb. Sort of.
Yeah, that's the problem is that the
Like-
first half of the movie, he's really dumb.
I want to say he's smart because he's able to, like, I think everybody around him is just dumber than him. I think that's the only problem. It's like a world full of idiots.
I
yeah.
was just say it's like the Rick and Morty problem, where it's like what was that whole plot where it's like you're in a universe where all the time it's Rick is the smartest in the whole universe, unless you go out of that boundary, and then that's the only way to.
Yeah, well, the problem is like there's even an artist, the main lady artist, who performs like instead of a concert, a 4-act show. I think is more accurate to describe it.
Yeah.
She like stops the show completely for intermissions, even though it's just a
Plot to develop.
yeah.
And for like inhaler breaks or whatever.
Yeah, and even though there was an opening band, and you could have used that for the plot to be like, oh well, they did this part during the opener, and like this part during the second act. It's like no, just like the main artist has. So she ends up back at the butcher's house, and she has
Which was a crazy turn.
and she
There's
has
a butcher's house in this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Josh Hartnett. He's the butcher. He's the man that
butcher.
chops people up. And then
Yeah.
they have like a really weirdly photoshopped image of like limbs or whatever around.
yeah.
He chops people up in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, you
He's
don't
got
see
that-
it at all.
He's got
a
that one
murderer.
guy. Yeah, he's
I
a
know
murderer.
he's a murderer. I didn't realize that he also likes chopping people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's
like
the whole
Rex
thing.
Schuerman, but of this M. Night Shyamalan world.
And
Yeah, but fictional. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his sanity is like way weird too because He's totally family man with his kids. And then he's like, yeah, when people are in pieces, I hate people that are whole. They need to all be in pieces.
Such a dumb plot for like a killer.
Oh, trust me, the ending twist
sorry.
is even dumber.
Let me get back.
Okay.
So,
You need to tell him in that channel and that not everything needs to be a twist.
I can't believe he like saw a concert on TV. He was like, I need to make this a movie.
And I gotta have my daughter make an entire
He saw
album
Taylor
so she
Swift.
could sing.
Sorry.
Go ahead. He saw Taylor Swift's concert. That's all.
Yeah, probably. My question is, in the premise of this movie, that where he's, I mean, I saw the trailer. It's like just wandering around places. Is he like have any backstage access? Is he like working the venue?
That's it.
Oh yeah, he does. He does a
He
little bit
gets
of
it.
everything.
The reason he's there is because he's with his daughter to enjoy the concert.
Yep.
So they bought her like a backstage pass.
No.
But he gets backstage. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
he wiggles.
Don't worry about it.
He gets the artist to come to his house.
He gets the artist. Well, that one was more of that was a turn that he did,
and that was still stupid.
It was.
But anyway, so she's in the bathroom. She has 3 phones, and
As soon as she's in the bathroom, people are already like popping messages up immediately.
yeah, and she's not. She waits. The last thing she does is ask for the police to be called. That's the order of operations. She literally goes
on
live on Instagram.
TikTok,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She talks to everybody on there for way too long.
Does anybody live by a line that's broken? And something about a blue door.
Yeah.
And then somebody finally chimes in. They're like, "Oh, I got both of those things."
Yeah. And then she gets off the phone. She's like, "Hey, driver, could you call the police? I'm in the bathroom with the butcher violently banging at the door trying to murder me. But I wanted to go live on Instagram first."
I mean, yeah,
You gotta get your priorities straight.
famous. Gotta do famous.
Yeah, and in order for him to not, like, she could have still done the, hey, call police, go live, do your little thing, break his phone. And then she would have been fine, but she doesn't do that.
So
The M Lane ship.
so
And the twist does suck.
Yes.
the
Can you just tell us the twist?
Yes.
okay.
So the whole reason he was found out, because he's OCD, he's meticulous. He doesn't leave any clues behind anywhere. So he went to his safe place to think, which isn't even his murder house. And his wife followed him because she's like, "Oh my God, he's cheating on me," or something.
No,
Or
he's
maybe
murderer
he's
worse.
the butcher or something. Because didn't she even say that too? She's like, "I always thought it may have been you," or something. And so she
Dead. Like what?
she hangs around, she stalks him, and finds the murderless separate house that he doesn't murder anybody in. It's just like a room and a desk.
Yeah. And she plants a receipt there.
Yeah, she plants the receipt for the tickets to the concert there, and somehow, and she left the call being like, "Oh, the butcher's place is here."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I knew it had to be you.
Which-
no way else they would have found a ticket in my safe place."
Now, to clarify the twist as well,
Is that even a twist?
the twist is that she activated the whole
Yes.
scenario.
Yeah, it wouldn't have occurred if
yeah,
it wasn't for her.
Because
kind
she's
of
not
thing.
even in the movie till
Oh,
later.
She's the one that set up the concert.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been a better twist if she was in on it.
Now, the problem, I thought she was
If
also
she was
gonna
the
be in
real
on it.
butcher. And
Well, yeah, and he's covering
would've
for.
been-
Yeah, the problem with the twist is that if you plant the receipt in this place that he definitely went to, and you say, "Hey, the butcher was here," they are now, even if he's not the butcher, going to believe he's the
Right.
butcher and try to like get him regardless.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with the twist, is that it's like, well, that doesn't do anything.
You could set up anyone,
But it just so
whether it's
happened it
truthful or
was.
not.
Yeah, it just so happened he was the butcher.
That's why. It's like it doesn't even sound like a twist. It just it sounds like they added some premise after the fact.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
And then she drugs him
Yeah.
with his drugs.
Yeah.
What was M Night's cameo that he always?
Oh, he was in there. Yes, he was the uncle of the singer, of which is his real life daughter.
Yeah, and it was beyond a cameo because he was there for way too long. He wasn't just like, "And it's me, M. Night."
Yeah.
He's like, "You want to come backstage with us, you little girl? Come on."
Alrighty.
What does M. Night Shyamalan look like? Because I've seen
Oh, you'll know that face.
Well, what was the third of the trilogy?
Glass.
That was the one that I saw, not knowing it was a third.
Yep.
His scene in that one was like a while too. I was like, oh, he's still talking. So he could like stick around, and then he didn't.
He's the guy online. He's the guy online on Unstoppable, right? Where he stops him and goes, "What is your problem?" He was only like. This is beautiful mug.
Who the heck was he in the cab? Knock at the cab.
Oh, I don't remember. Was he at the end?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was stupid.
He was like, Hitchcock just walks by. That's not enough for me.
Yeah.
I need to be there and just stop the movie.
Yeah, I need a scene in every.
Yeah, like 5 minutes.
Yeah, Unstoppable. He's the guy in the concession line that he stops and goes, "Hey, you! I bumped into you and some
wow.
shit." And he goes, "Not me. There's nothing on me." Remember when he
Like, I gotta
first said,
prove I can act. I could talk. I can say everything.
But yeah, what this movie really is just promo for his daughter as a singer. Because
Yes.
yeah, it's all because half the movie is them watching the shows and like the songs that the daughter's doing, and his daughter going, "Woo, yeah!" and the whole crowd cheering for M. Night's daughter.
Interesting.
"Isn't she also a filmmaker? Like, can she not?"
Oh, that's the
decide
other
what she is?
daughter.
Yeah, that's the other one.
The one that made that one about the fairies in the woods or something.
Oh, is that what that is? The
That's what I
the
heard
box
it was. I
in
don't
the
know how true
forest.
it is, but yeah, that's what I heard.
Not everything has to be a twist, M. Night Shyamalan. You're actually ruining your movies by trying to incorporate those things,
Hey,
like all the
it's 'cause
time.
His daughter's
The
music
Sixth
was good.
Sense. The
I
Sixth
get
Sense,
it,
they
but
did
like,
it, and then
great,
he's like,
you
I
made
gotta
a
keep
great
doing this.
movie. Keep going. Like, it doesn't have to be your. How about making good horror movies be your signature?
Yeah.
How about
Yeah, instead of crappy twist,
Thank
like
you.
Stuart Little.
Well,
Stuart
yeah,
Little,
I think
craziest
his
twist
best
I've ever
movie
had.
is Stuart Little.
Did he do Stuart
yeah,
Little?
he did.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's what I was like when I saw that in the text messages from
I
everybody.
did not know that.
Yeah.
And she's all that.
Yeah, and she's all that.
Really?
My favorite M. Night movie is Stuart Little.
Wow.
Fascinating.
That is
That is a
fascinating.
good movie, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one he did.
Michael J. Fox.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, when I first saw the trailer for the movie, it reminded me of like Dial M for Murder, where it's like because it almost sounds like they're trying to make you root for him not getting caught. No, okay, all right, because
It did look, the trailer definitely portrayed that.
Holy
yeah,
Not saying I didn't believe you, but holy shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, Stuart Little.
yeah, that's crazy.
But
Fucking nuts.
no,
You couldn't just do that.
he's kind of like comically evil.
Mm.
He's got a guy on his phone that he's like, yeah,
Yeah, he's
gotta
in the
remember that.
bathroom and playing the guy like talking loudly, like, "Hello,
Yeah.
let me out of here." And it's like, what's that guy watching in that stall over there? It's like, what the hell?
Violent porn.
And he's just staring, and the guy's like, oh.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that sounds
yeah, it was so. Oh my god.
wow.
So no, they were not. I don't think they were rooting for his family. I think, or
His family were like as, I feel, as important as cardboard. They were like nothing characters.
yeah.
They were just surprisingly there.
Well, he shouldn't even have had a son.
Yeah, that
Big-
kid. He didn't care about that kid at all.
No.
He's like, "Daughter, you're important.
Yeah.
To me. Son, who are you?"
Because the son doesn't even go to hug him
No.
at the end of the movie
No.
when they're like, "Oh yeah,
Nope, only the daughter.
yeah."
Mhm.
Son doesn't even come up. He's like, "I
The
locked
son
you both."
Spits on him as he gets all the way.
You know what? I think the son was only there just so they could have a room to get out of. Because they're like, I locked him in this room,
They could have locked him in the daughter's room.
Yeah, I know.
so.
but just to say it.
That sounds like the Cobra Kai thing.
But I don't even understand, like, how did their locks in their house work if he locked them in? Like, aren't the locks on the inside of the door? So if he locked them in the door, they would have gotten out anyways.
Yeah, they put a chair, a Scooby Doo comically large chair in front of the door.
They pulled it up
So-
and the
yeah.
chair fell on the
Yeah,
ground, and
yeah.
then they just walked out anyway.
That's they pretty much do that. The purpose of them getting locked away is also nothing because 2 minutes later they're outside.
Oh wow. Wow.
Bad movie, funny.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah. There you
Got
go.
some entertainment value out of it. A popcorn bucket for it? I don't know.
yeah, it was.
You saw another movie also, right?
Mhm.
Another movie theater movie, I should say.
It ends with us.
Did it?
Heard about the
Big
book.
reject
It's a
Mhm.
book. I didn't read it.
Oh, okay.
Whoa! But you saw a couple of TikToks.
I have. I've seen one TikTok of the very end, and I'm like, oh, spoilers, all right.
With the baby.
I liked the movie.
It was a good movie.
It was a sweet. We watched Shrek before. I don't know if that's part of it, but it was like it was a sweet, nice, romantic movie, and it's about like getting yourself out of abuse.
Toxic
A toxic
relationship.
Yeah. I kind of wish it didn't have that turn.
That was more of an M.
Yeah.
Night Shyamalan
Yeah,
twist
that was-
than Trap.
It was because they only made it where it was like, oh, did he really abuse her or did he not abuse her? Because they kind of cut it before his stuff got like, meh. So, due to those tasteful cuts, they showed the whole scenes played out at the end of the movie. Or towards the end of the movie, where she's like, "Oh, well, would you have done this to your daughter?"
No, they
Or
said
blah, blah,
if
blah.
your daughter was in that kind of relationship, what would you tell her?
Yeah,
What would be your advice? And he said to leave,
yeah,
to
because
run away.
surprisingly, she wanted a divorce.
She was like, what would you have done if
What a surprise.
if your daughter, this was happening?
Yeah, and what's weird is like this movie also makes you root for him until that
Yes,
scene.
until that scene, because it was like the perfect relationship. But I guess that's how it goes. A lot
Yeah.
of times people don't show their true colors until that ring's on.
Yeah, and you still like kind of feel bad. It's weird.
Yeah,
right?
you
And
still like the guy. He's a doctor. He's a brain
Neurosurgeon.
The guy
Yeah.
said on an interview, he had an interview, he was like, I was playing the character that I want the guys to go to the movies with their girlfriend and sit and go, shit. And like have like a, what would you do if this was your daughter, this happening to your daughter? It's like a wake up call. Like, what would you do?
I hope girls aren't just taking super. I mean, if they are, good for them, because that way they could see this movie and like maybe snap out of
Yeah,
a
Yeah, that's what
relationship
they're
like
saying.
that.
Like,
Do
they're,
that code word.
it's a new.
Yeah.
They said it's like a news flash for the girl, and it's a news flash for the guy.
Yeah, but hopefully that's not
deserves to be
everybody
beat.
going to the
Yeah.
movie. That'd be awful.
Not
Yeah,
everybody,
that would
but
suck
like,
if the
just
majority
those
of the couples
specific
are like,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Every couple.
Just all silence during the credits too.
Oh
Like,
my god.
well, I guess we better go home. now."
yeah.
No, that was like what movie where there was just silence in the crowd when it was done. I feel like
A Quiet Place.
no, it was
Yeah, that was
no. There was one movie we went to, what the cop one, where he was undercover for the KKK, but he was the
Black
oh,
Klansman.
Black Klansman.
Black Klansman. It was just because they showed at the very end, they showed clips of the real stuff.
stuff that happened,
The
yeah.
movie
Whoa.
lights went on and everybody was just.
It was pure silence. Was that the one we went with Mitch and Christine?
Yes.
And like
The one we went with
yeah, it was just like
Hobbin and-
everybody was just awkwardly silent.
It was just silent in the Levittown movie theater. We're like,
That's wild. I didn't realize that was based on a true story.
yes. It was so fun. It was. Their scenes were funny where you're like, he goes to a rally and like the hood and everything, and like nobody knows it's him actually playing the voice on the phone. No, wait, he didn't go. Did he go to the rally?
No, because they sent one of the other cops to go because
To go, but he played
but
the
he played
voice on the phone.
Yeah,
Who he was talking to.
yeah.
It was kind of funny though, like to them to get duped. I loved it.
Okay, so these movies, at least the second one's recommend. You recommend the first one
second
for
one is-
whatever its entertainment
yeah.
value.
It's a good watch.
Yeah, I think so.
Second one is
different
just
ways.
solid.
I saw like a I would call it I don't know, like an interview thing. It was what Ryan Reynolds posted. Did you see it? Because his wife is in this movie.
Yes, yeah.
with us.
Yes.
And it was interviewing. I don't know who it was. I don't know if there were multiple guys in this movie or if it was like the one main guy, but apparently he's very charming. Maybe also Australian.
Coming star.
Where like Ryan Reynolds is like interviewing and be like, "Why? What business do you have with my wife?" and then he backs off, and then he sends his Ryan Reynolds' actual mother into interviews. I was like, "Well, what's your business with my daughter?" And and then he charms his Ryan Reynolds' mom, and she's like, "Okay, enough with you." And then they bring Hugh Jackman because it has to be about them. And then he was like, "What's your business with my best friend's wife?" I don't know. Somehow, and then the three of them all like chat afterwards. Like, he's so charming. He's a great guy. You just want to love him. So I don't know. They guess they're on cahoots. Okay. All right. So I'll talk about Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is halfway through its final season. I've seen, I think, 3 of the, was it 5 episodes that are out or something like that?
Are we all caught up?
Yeah, we're all caught up.
Yeah, I know you've seen everything that's out. It's then they haven't dropped the second half of the season. But yeah, what do you think so far?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think it got better too, and got more fun and a little sillier. And
Yeah.
With Chosin still living there after all this time and everything.
yeah,
And them finally, like, kicking him out. They're like, here's your place. You go to Mr. Miyagiville. That's it. You go to Miyagi-Do. You stay there.
yeah, and they're doing the mystery of Miyagi a little bit.
Yeah, I just got into that part. The premise for the season, for those who don't want to know, so it's like skip ahead if you've been warned. But yeah, they're adding this extra lore to Mr. Miyagi, and it's like, is this a good idea?
It is.
It is a good
It's
idea.
the best idea.
You owned a boxing
Yeah.
training facility or something like that. Co-owned it.
Me and Matt
He
are
murdered like 12 people.
yeah. We're guessing that the Kreese's Cobra Kai leader is just
brother or
Miyagi's
something.
brother.
Oh, okay.
And then they're like, it is Mr. Miyagi, but he's a Miyagi. So then you find out Miyagi-Do is also Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They've been the same all along.
Yeah. Just different teachers.
That's nice. I like that.
Would you be angry if I said I'd never seen Karate Kid ever?
Oh my God. Ryle, calm down.
I have to gauge it because sometimes Tony's like, "Excuse me," when I turn around.
I don't
certain
care.
movies.
No, I'm good.
Like Top Gun when I did.
Doesn't bother
Top
me.
Gun, he goes, "What?"
Yeah.
What? Karate Kid's just such a it's such a simple movie of like it's not
I'm not missing anything. Is
that you're missing but
don't yell at me, guys.
it's not like whoa the ups and downs of this movie. It's like no, it's about a little Ralph Macchio learning karate and being in a tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
It's Rocky
very
for
simple.
karate, but with
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Rocky for youngins.
I've never seen Rocky, so
When I
Oh, wow. Rocky 4 is the best.
I've never seen any of them. So
Damn.
the first Rocky is well. I showed Miriam both. I showed her the Karate Kid movies and Rocky. And for me, it was also like a rewatching through adult eye lenses. Watching Karate Kid, whenever we got around to it, it was kind of like, the movie's entertaining and everything, but it's like the acting skills. It's like you see like all the kids and they're just like, oh yeah, they're kind of like you could tell that they're acting, but then the actor who plays Mr. Miyagi, you think he's real, like he's so good.
he's so.
And it's like he's
He
so
is the movie.
he's so deserving of like the legend they portray him as now in Cobra Kai because he just like is that character.
Yeah. And he's a comedian, so
Yeah.
to do that role
Yeah.
is very cool.
Yeah.
I'll add it to my list of.
Watching Rocky, it's a little. I feel it's something. The romance of it is a little scary to watch through the adult eye lens. 'Cause this woman wants nothing to do with him, and he's like, "Come on, love me,"
Yeah.
and she's like, "Keep away from me."
Love me.
Yeah, and love
She's like,
me.
you're a monster.
And at some point, he like forces a kiss upon her, and the movie portrays it
wanted
as
it.
it's what she's always wanted, but like there was no hint of that.
No.
And the movie's directed by Sylvester Stallone.
He wrote it.
This was in between.
and you know what? It won Best Picture.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting, like especially looking back at like older movies. There's a lot of that kind of stuff where it's like a lot of forced kiss stuff.
Maybe it's cold outside.
Yeah, exactly. The Christmas rape song.
Around the world.
No, but yeah, it
Dancing around.
it's a very strange thing to be in this.
It's not
day and
strange. It
age.
was normal
Yeah.
then.
No,
Going back to the stuff that was played constantly around.
Yeah, exactly.
Modern.
Could
Yeah.
you imagine how it feels like this is a perspective of a man being like, that's very uncomfortable. Like a woman watching him being like, this is normal. Like this
Yeah,
is-
that still happens too, which
it
is
does
crazy.
still very much like happen. Like it's not like a thing of the past. It's a thing of the past in the movie area because they have to tiptoe around like stuff now. But like, like it
Also
does still
depends
happen
where
in
you
real life.
are, because even the internet, there's a lot of guys that
yeah.
are still very much
Absolutely.
like girls
They
are
even
objects.
They literally even have a group. What are they called on the
The
internet?
red pills.
No.
Oh, they're the I words, aren't
No,
they?
they're yeah. We're not allowed to say that.
Nah.
They're a group of men who dislike women because they can't get a woman.
yeah,
Like
whatever.
they dislike women very much for no reason other than that they can't get a girlfriend.
And they cultivate a lot of
blame it-
other
they
guys
blame it
who
on
have
us
trouble.
and
with
other
it.
guys who have girlfriends. Or my eyes here.
All I was saying is some movies you got to be mentally prepared for that. Like, yeah. So I'd say the first Rocky, just that aspect of that movie is
Took you
like
out of the movie.
that's how some guys like to write romance.
Okay.
But the Rocky sequels are great at that point. Once they're like, oh, they're married, they have kids, they're fine. Forget how it started.
His brother Paulie.
Ranking it from like the Cinderella Man boxing, what level?
Seen it.
You ever seen Cinderella Man?
Oh, there you go. Tony's yelling at
I
you.
thought that's like Cinderella in drag. Like, what's that?
No, Cinderella Man, yeah.
It's about a boxer. Same
During like the Great Depression stuff.
Yeah.
during the Great Depression. It's a very good movie. You
It's a
should
very good
watch it.
movie.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's a classic movie.
Okay.
Good.
I tried watching that. What do you call Mickey? What's his face? The wrestler.
Miss Mickey Rourke.
And I found that movie boring, and I couldn't finish it.
I didn't watch that one.
So
Did I?
okay, I gotta find like the good recommendations. Is that the one with Russell Crowe?
Yeah. It's not Russell Crowe. Who is it? Russell Crowe? Let me
Cinderella
look.
Man?
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look.
You haven't seen it?
Yeah, but I don't.
Who's in it?
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't remember the.
I forgot his name.
Cinderella.
I was
Yes.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
No.
That's Jim Carrey.
It is about a real guy. His name was James
James Marsden.
Braddock. No,
Shit.
James Braddock, and the actor in it is Russell Crowe. You're right.
Yeah.
That was Russell
Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe. Renee
Zellweger.
Zellweger. They have
Directed by Guy
a lot of
Ritchie.
people.
Imagine that's right.
Paul
Giamatti.
Giamatti. Yeah,
what?
He's in it. And also the guy who plays. Is this the guy who plays the House of Dragons?
What?
The dad from House of Dragons is in it.
Oh.
The one that doesn't
Patty
die for 100
Constance?
years?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. So those.
Oh,
I
directed by
forgot.
Ron Howard. I should have said.
Ron Howard.
Okay,
It was
fine.
a
I'll add to
movie.
my watch list.
It was.
Okay.
It's based on a real guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all
ahead.
right. So I don't know, but we went down off on
A
a
boxer.
tangent.
Oh yeah.
So
So the Cobra Kai episodes are good. I've enjoyed them as well.
I was on Cobra Kai completely.
Wow.
that's yeah. I'm a few episodes in and got to start hinting at the whole Miyagi thing, but it's fascinating to see that like if that's where you think that it'll end up. I think that's cool. And I think because it's the final season of Cobra Kai, but they are also. We know that they're planning that Karate Kid movie with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan, and I guess a new kid. But they're also planning the Cobra Kai creators are going to be doing a Mr. Miyagi show.
Like a prequel series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So they got to add some lore. So yeah.
I'm ready to eat that shit up.
Yeah.
Love how corny it is.
Not going to brush my teeth out.
Yeah, corny shit to you.
Such a halitosis mouth watching this Mr. Miyagi show. Miyagi-Do.
Miyagi though.
Miyagi-Do.
Oh my god.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, no, the last thing was I saw was Kreese fighting a snake.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask about that, but yeah, I don't want. I was like, I don't know if that's a spoiler. Also,
It was pretty special.
yeah.
He was fighting a snake.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had
It
to.
was like in Jackass 4 where they were kissing a cobra.
You have to grip the snake
But
Yeah.
and then snap its neck.
can you not say grip?
You have to
He had to grip the snake.
grip that snake. I said that on purpose.
Now you gotta clip that. You gotta grip the snake.
Grip that
Gotta
snake.
grip
Gotta
that
be
snake.
on your board so
Grip that
AJ can
snake,
clip it.
baby.
Remember, love thy sausage always.
That is gross. That's gross. It's like a slip and slide. I've never said that. That's what the equivalent of what you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So Tom, yeah, we didn't really watch this, and I don't know if it's a
we
movie,
skipped around.
but we this past week we were trying to like, oh, let's see something unusual to watch. I'm like, oh, there's a Circus
Cirque
Cirque du Soleil.
thing on one of the streaming services, and like, oh, I was literally just like, it's like people always feel like you've never been to one of these shows, you should go. And plus,
very good.
they change it up all the time.
They
so like, you
do.
can go
They have
multiple
different
times.
themes.
So I was like, fabulous. I could just watch it on TV instead. And then it was kind of not that. It was about, oh, they had a hard time during COVID.
Yeah.
You thought COVID was bad? It was bad for these people
Mhm.
because they were out of the job.
Yeah, they couldn't work. They couldn't do acrobatic stuff, and that was about it.
Yeah, they had to do like somersaults at home. You know?
Yeah.
Just try and stay in shape and
Yeah,
stuff.
that one woman had that balance beam in her house, and she's like, let's see if I can still do
I would
this.
say
Yeah, she was like cartwheeling
Yeah.
on it. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
you could
Soleil
do
is
it.
for a
like
fucking
higher
job.
class circus. That's how I would describe it. It's like a higher class circus. Like I saw it on, was it Broadway? Where they had it, like they had the lines and they had all the stuff set
Yeah.
up. It was odd that it was there, but it was there.
Yeah.
And I've seen it outside. I've seen like 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
I've seen it a good amount of times. Where the shows are different, the themes are different of the shows.
So far, everything was wet in French.
Yes.
Very French. That's why it's different. I was like, it's different. It reminds.
A lot of water involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Moist.
There is water.
Moisture.
I haven't seen
Rip that
water.
Slip and slide.
Can you stop bringing that back? Keep that in your head. Grip it, slip and slide. Grip it like a slip and slide.
So wait. So they were struggling,
Yeah.
but they have a documentary about them struggling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
which
like,
is on a
COVID
streaming service.
Oh, yeah.
Which, and they also have Cirque du Soleil in a streaming service.
No, they don't.
Didn't you say that's what you're trying to
Yeah,
find?
it was.
Well, it was
Yeah.
titled kind of just like.
Yeah, we thought it was just going to be the show.
Yeah, it didn't say anything about like the
Yeah.
2020 struggle. Like,
Yeah.
So, but what I'm trying to wrap my head around is why were they struggling if they could have done exactly that? Just have Cirque du Soleil on like streaming services and actually make the money from that.
I think they did have a movie version of Cirque du Soleil.
It didn't come up during this,
Mm-mm.
so I don't know.
Because I watched it at some point. Yeah, because I watched it at some point. I remember being like, yeah, this would be a lot more impressive if I was in a room with this happening. Because I was on TV, I was like, I don't care.
I had a little wacky tobacco. I felt like I was there.
Yeah, that's
Felt like I was at Cirque du
I-
Soleil when they showed the scenes of them at Cirque du Soleil.
To be honest, on my bucket list is probably like get really high, go to Cirque du
Oh,
Soleil.
mushrooms?
'Cause
Oh
no,
my
mushrooms.
God.
I don't know if I'd be able to function on mushrooms.
You'd be like, wow. Wow, look at that.
I'm like, wow.
Hey, you're just looking at the poster.
So much motion.
I went to
crazy
this
show.
one show.
I'm so soaked.
I went to this one show when I was younger. I actually went several times because, again, this would be another trip that my dad would bring every girlfriend that he got.
Whoa.
Like, this would be his like go-to, and we're his kids, so we would have to go with him.
Oh, my God.
When I was younger. So that's why I saw Wicked like 6 times.
Wow.
You saw that South Park episode.
Yeah. But they didn't bring their kids.
Blowjobs.
This would be like where we're meeting them kind of thing for the first
Wow.
time. And I'm like, okay.
That sounds like a little bit of trauma. Are you okay?
No, I'm good. I liked Wicked.
Oh,
So show me more. Show me more. It's fun.
Is your dad going to bring your mom-in-law to the movies
What?
when Wicked comes out in the theaters?
Oh yeah.
No, you bring
And then
someone
he's gonna
else.
take you, Antonia.
No.
Oh, come on. Just like old times.
So I got to experience the Broadway experience very early in my life.
Wow.
But it's fine. I don't mind it. We used to go to all these different shows, but this is a different story. We went to this one show. It reminds me of the French acrobat show called Slava Snow Show.
What?
It was
Was
this.
it
It was this guy.
Czechoslovakian?
Yeah, it kind of was. It was
Whoa.
a clown, like a European clown,
Yeah.
that came and put on like all these acts. But he was like kind of like a sad clown. He wasn't
yeah.
like
The Jolly
Oh,
One.
show me that.
European
stereotypical.
clown.
Yes.
Pagliacci.
Yeah.
He was like that.
Yeah.
He was like an Italian clown, like not really like you're whatever. But at the very end, very trippy. This is where I'm getting to getting there.
Uh-huh.
They would have the whole act, and then there would be this big fan that's like really like intensely like came out of nowhere, where they would put snow, like like the paper snow, and it would blow so hard at you that he was supposed to be in a snowstorm, and you're experiencing the snowstorm. They would come at you so fast and so loud and so bright that it's like you're disoriented. It's crazy. Blowed into the crowd.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy.
Don't hate to
Came
be
out
a
of
janitor.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Really honestly.
Janitor on mushrooms.
Really honestly, I saw it
This is a lot of
3
snow.
times and I've seen it enough for my life. Like it was so it felt like you were in the war. You walked out, you're like,
Oh man.
That sucks. And for a kid.
it was a kid relative. I was like a teenager. I was like, fuck this. But yeah, that I don't know why it reminded me of European.
No, yeah, it's probably the same types of vibes. I don't know. I guess they tried to play it like, will they be okay for their first opening show? And, spoiler alert, they were fine. They're professionals. But,
Sounds about right.
they show some of the setup, and, it's a little bit of like Robin's parents, like they're swinging to each other, their hands slip and they fall, but they just fall into the water and they're fine. They didn't die like, they should have. But that would have been good TV.
That looks familiar.
It's still going today. Like it's pretty. They have like all these different clowns.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Yeah.
what is that clown doing?
barely see, but I
What's the
know
name of that show again? Where's it on?
Yeah.
It's Slava.
How
Snow-
familiar does it sound?
Slava Snow Show.
Yeah, it's like maybe they're Russian. I forgot what they were.
Yeah, all right.
Like a Serbian film.
All right.
It's literally like those old-fashioned clowns.
Everyone, go see Slava Snow Show.
Lava Snow Show.
There was this one guy that he was very upset that he had to. Well,
Didn't he take a better position? And he's like, I have to leave the show because I got now I train people to do this stuff or something. And
Yeah.
it's like,
What?
yeah.
Wait,
He was
upset
very
that
emotional.
He wasn't doing it anymore.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds
it's like-
like the opposite of what I'd be upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a salesperson who now is sales manager and was like, I wish I was still doing sales.
Yep.
yeah.
Interesting.
Would you want that? Does anybody want that? I just taught this guy how to animate, but god damn it.
Yeah. Right.
Now he
I
do-
wish
now
I
he
was
does the
one
work for me.
animating.
And I just teach people.
Yep. Yeah.
Eh.
And there's another person who had a very faint goatee and had to be clean shaven to
Oh
do
my
this
God,
once
yes.
again. We're like, why couldn't he have a goatee? To the French are like, you have to shave that gross thing on your face.
Oh.
It sickens me.
Ooh, it makes me want to spit. Hack too.
On that thing. I don't know. I just didn't say they had a very well kept goatee, and it's like I have to shave it now to be a performer again.
Too much friction in the air.
Yeah, the air
Yeah,
friction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. That's enough about that.
And then we watched
Moving on.
15.
We did. Yeah.
Probably the greatest show that we have to watch more of.
15.
Yeah. 15. With
Young Ryan Reynolds.
Thank you. It was Ryan Reynolds' first acting job.
Oh.
He looks like a Sprouse twin.
Does he have a glove?
Does he wear it?
You know what? He does. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
What was it? Was maybe it's on Prime or something, but it's basically it looks like the RC Cola Degrassi, I think.
Oh.
It's like
I like
there's
Degrassi.
probably other Degrassi equivalents, and then there's this one.
Yeah, they filmed it on a home camcorder.
It's of the time period.
Degrassi is where it's at.
It's just very early '90s, but it reminds me of our elementary school. Like things didn't change that much. It's kind of like a nostalgia trip, even though it's TV and it's Canadian and stuff like that. It reminds me of TV back then. So and yeah, he's just a little sperm boy.
Wow.
He's a little baby.
Mhm. He's a zygote,
He's
for
a
sure.
zygote.
Wow.
He's
Everybody-
he's just a baby.
How's his acting as a baby?
I thought it was all right.
He's good. Yeah, impressive.
Is he nowadays good, or is he
No.
getting there?
He's child actor.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah,
He's like Drake child actor.
Oh my god.
it's right for this
Degrassi
for the type of show it is.
wasn't
As-
good.
It was just the first episode,
Damn.
but yeah, there's these two girls that are so far the stars of the show where
They stole my heart because they are iconic. So there's this one girl that's just really mean all the time, and then she's got her yes girl by her, and the yes girl is really
Is that a hype
good.
man?
What?
You got a hype man.
She does have a hype
Yeah,
man
she
or a
says
hype
everything she
girl.
wants to
Hype
hear.
girl.
Yeah, but there was one part where I don't. It's they're just involved. They know every gossip at the school,
and
and
they pop out of everywhere, and they know everything that's going on.
There's
They're like God.
there's a scene where these characters, let's just say they're on the ground floor of the school. They're talking about some sort of, I guess, the parents getting divorced or something like that,
Mhm.
and then they just learned it, and they walk off, and then these two gossip queens walk downstairs, so it's like they weren't even like there. It implied that they're on the opposite side of the school, and they're like, so their parents are getting a divorce.
Oh my
It's
God.
like they just have to know. It's just amazing.
Oh wow.
It's like they have bugs around the school to like hear it. Ooh.
Interesting.
It's like 60-something episodes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's like Degrassi. I get it. Except they're like 405.
Yeah, so it's
Deep.
It's definitely
Rowan.
completable.
I know you said it's like Degrassi, but I keep on picturing it like Ned's Declassified School Survival
I was also
Guide,
picturing it like
but
that.
with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I think
Without
Ned's
humor.
Declassified is just a joke of Degrassi.
Yeah.
It's like a parody.
Degrassi is like,
When the parents getting divorced thing popped up, I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, the girl whose eyes keep doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah. The way she
Here's,
delivered
you think
it.
you're funny? Well, get this. Our parents are getting a divorce.
Oh my God. What?
It was amazing.
She was like keeping that arsenal against Ryan Reynolds' character, like for like when he pisses her off. Like when this my little brother ticks me off for the last time, I'm gonna finally tell her our parents are getting a
Yeah,
divorce.
all he
my
did
God.
was
Crush
shake
his
up her
life.
soda, and it sprayed a little on her.
That's it.
And she's like, "Oh, you think you're funny? I'll tell you something. You're really funny. My
Oh,
parents are
wow.
getting a divorce."
Damn.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think
Oh my God. What the hell?
Best show ever.
I recommend that everyone watches it. It could be like our like roundtable discussion.
yes.
Okay. So what is Palm Springs?
So the concept is Groundhog's Day for Andy Samberg, and then someone else gets pulled into it. And it's like what happens if you accidentally pull someone into your Groundhog's Day and you don't know how to get out of it. And it's a comedy dramedy because
Yeah.
it's got like weird discussions and like thoughts on like death in that world and what does it mean and then it's cool. I liked it. It was funny. It took us 3 days to watch because we were like, okay, now we're tired, bedtime. But yeah, no, it's worth it. It was a fun movie. It's on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a drama, just like Groundhog's Day was a dramedy.
Yeah, dramedy.
Oh.
There's a lot of funny in it. So,
Okay.
but there's also a lot of suicide in it.
Oh, all right.
So I mean, because you wake up the next day,
Unalive.
even though you wake up the same
In
day.
Groundhog's Day, like he jump in front of a car and stuff like that.
Yeah,
What?
Same.
it's all to
I
figure
remember
out
that.
if you
He
wake
was,
up
like,
the next
dead.
day.
You know what? I think
You
I've
just
only
wake up.
seen maybe 40 minutes of the movie during high school.
Oh.
I never finished it.
It's a good movie.
Mm.
Solid.
I like a Bill Murray.
Solid build.
Yeah, and this movie has J. Jonah Jameson in it.
Oh.
So that's
pretty
leaves
hot.
it there.
Yeah, recommend. Fun.
Cool. Why isn't Andy Samberg in the MCU? J. Jonah Jameson is. Bill Murray is. Just saying. Think about that.
Who do you think he would play?
I feel. Wow, you're throwing me like, name a character. Come on. All right, well, let's see. They haven't done X-Men yet. Gambit.
Mm.
All right, let's move on. I think everyone agrees.
I'm in agreement.
You know what? Something I had on the outline. You guys saw the Steven Universe movie?
Oh yeah, yeah. We didn't talk about that.
Love it.
Yeah, it was good.
Very
We
good.
ran. Our last episode was 2.5 hours.
Yeah, no, it was Alex told us about it. He was like, "Oh, you guys got to watch the Steven Universe movie." I'm like, "I haven't seen any of Steven Universe." He's like, "Neither have I." And it's really good.
Oh, so you jumped at the movie? I didn't
Yeah.
either. So
Yeah,
You get it.
Yeah.
yeah, it is Steven.
well, what'd you like about it?
No, so it was like what I didn't expect going into it was that it was going to be a musical too. So like they have songs in it too.
It's
but-
all songs.
Yeah, it was pretty much all songs.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like you get to see, even though I didn't know about the character, you get to see about the character's mom and like how like the mom was, and then there's like this other character in the movie that like had a relationship with the mom, and then you get to see how that kind of turned out, and it was kind of like really sad.
Kinda.
But yeah, it was.
Ryle?
What?
Rile Rile Crocodile.
Yeah. That's the main bad guy from the It Ends With Us.
Oh, okay.
The husband.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. All right. Like, I don't have the context for that. But but yeah, no, it was a very good movie to see, like, how like the past can affect the things that are happening now, and like what trauma is, and it was a lot of that kind of stuff that I was surprised to see in like a Cartoon Network like movie.
Yeah, and it's like dealing with things changing.
Yeah,
and like when you're happy with life and everything's normal, it's like, well, no, it's the unexpected things can still come your way, and like
that there's no like happily ever after. It's like always something.
Yeah.
Like the life is just ups and downs the whole across.
yeah.
It was very interesting. Very good.
Slap them kids with realism.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Rachel, what do you think?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I feel the same way you do. Like it was very emotional. It was very good.
Yeah.
Animation's always good. It's good. I liked it.
And the characters are fun.
Yeah.
You have like different, very different characters. And what's cool is like, even if you haven't seen the show, it's like a lot of the movies about how they grow into and what makes them the character they are anyway.
Like you don't need
So-
to know their backstory.
Yeah, because it kind of like it does a quick synopsis, and then the movie kind of walks through it anyway. It's like this is what makes this person this person.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of have like the character development moments that like in the movie. So like even though it might have happened in the show, it's you get to see it in the movie, so you didn't have to watch the show.
It's good.
And then the songs get stuck in your head forever. And
Also, probably doesn't help that you have a kid that probably wants
is
to
that better
watch it over and over.
Which songs are better? The songs from this movie or the songs from Leo, the Adam Sandler Lizard movie? Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah, I thought you
did.
There were songs in that?
It's a musical.
I don't.
Whoa.
We
Yes, I
watched it, but I don't remember anything about it.
My brain deleted the whole movie.
There's a turtle.
Yeah.
I forgot that he sings. He travels. He's older. There's a lizard. who's
Yeah, yeah.
angry. And then they end up in the swamp
Fair enough.
on a school bus.
Do you guys remember the songs from Steven Universe?
Parts of it, probably not like
Because we watched it once, not like
yeah.
Yeah, well, I like musicals, so if it's a song from a musical I really like, I'll like re-listen to it. There's a few songs in this that I'm like, it's like neat at how it's done.
That's cool.
Yeah, but if you like you hummed it, I would immediately come back to my head. But not with Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
Come and sing it.
I'm a lizard.
I live in a classroom with children. I go home with children.
Stop singing.
Little kids who I go to sleep in bedrooms with them. Then we end up in a bus in a swamp. And I see other lizards. And I'm like, I don't want to be here.
I got the accent down too.
Yeah. I don't think I want to see this movie. Really?
Oh man.
How is Glenn? No? Wow.
No optimism.
No. All right, fine. Okay.
No optimism this week, guys. You got your optimism at the beginning.
Wow.
About plants.
And I've learned
There was a lot of plant facts.
you know that if there's no optimism, that means there's no Batwoman.
That's the rule.
Yeah. So that means our episode's
Okay.
over.
Wow.
Shit.
This abrupt.
Wow,
ending.
I didn't know I shook the
And the
foundation of
your lizard song.
Which is just as good as the optimism. It's very
Really
sound
was.
biteable.
the lizard. You get the bus in the swamp
Yeah.
and the lizard running around. Teacher don't like me. I'm tired. I'm a lizard. I'm gonna go bed. I'm a turtle.
I'm gonna go bad.
I'm not a lizard. I'm a turtle. I'm gonna go bed.
This turtle sounds like a good guy. Whoa.
There's the only wow, everybody.
Wow.
Oh wow, we got an echo of the wow. We got two wows. And then we got wowie zowies. I don't even know how this episode's gonna end anymore. There's so much being thrown at the end of this.
Keep going.
Tony just smoked weed for the first time.
I
I didn't know how it was gonna end anymore.
I don't know if it can.
Is this Cirque du Soleil? Flip that snake.
Oh my god. Oh man.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
It's Tony.
I'm Kyle. We are Pseudo Adults.
The ending one.